Aita for finally telling my parents about my brother's abuse after 15 years. I'm 25F, and I have an older brother, 29M, who has been a significant figure in my life. Growing up, I trusted him and often did what he told me. However, my childhood was marred by bullying, especially when a girl spread a rumor that my brother and I had a sexual relationship. This rumor stemmed from an incident during a sleepover when my brother wanted to play truth or dare, which turned uncomfortable as he attempted to get me to engage in inappropriate behavior. Fast forward to now, I finally decided to break my silence. I first told my fiancé, with whom I share a daughter. I think since having her, the past has weighed heavily on me. My fiancé encouraged me to find out who taught my brother those behaviors to protect our daughter from similar influences. After mustering up the courage, I finally told my parents over the phone. I'm not great at confronting them in person, so I thought it would be easier this way. My mom urged me to open up during her lunch break, but after I shared my experience, she reacted poorly. She texted me saying, "I wish you'd never told me." This spiraled into a heated exchange where she accused me of being mentally ill and fucked up in the head. I found myself in a dark place and had to reach out to the Veterans Crisis Line for support. Currently, my fiancé and I are living with my family to save money, and we've been here for about 4 months. When my parents got home, I tried to have a private conversation with my mom. She dismissed my feelings, claiming I created too much drama and made everything about herself. She suggested I needed to move out because my situation was affecting her happiness. Afterward, I reached out to the girl who had slept over during that troubling time to clarify what happened, as I had no recollection of that night. She recalled the incident in detail, and I felt compelled to share this with my mom, especially since I had previously told her about another instance of abuse that she dismissed. I sent her the girl's message, which resulted in my mom texting me that I needed to move out and that she didn't want to deal with my drama anymore. My family seems to be brushing off my experiences. This is what the girl told me about that night. So what I remember is that night when you, your brother, and I were playing truth or dare in your bedroom. It started pretty innocent, but then he began asking you to do things to him like jack him off or possibly lick it. My memory is hazy, but I recall something involving a hairbrush. I'm not sure if he wanted you to do something with it, but he asked you to put it inside you. I think I got dared to do something to him at some point, but I didn't, and started choosing truth instead. It felt super normal between you two, and it was clear this had been going on for a while. You mentioned once that he had come home from school and initiated something with you on the couch. This could have just been something you told me. Kids say things that aren't true sometimes, so I don't know if that happened. I thought about that night a lot, and it saddened me because it seemed evident this had been normalized for you. You deserve to have a proper childhood, and he knew it was wrong to be older than you. You deserve to have your first sexual experience with someone who wasn't your brother. That's not fair to you, and I can only imagine how this has affected you and your relationships. I hope you find some closure. This morning, I received a text from my mom saying, "Why did you open that door? I did not want to wake up to that. This is very disturbing, and I want nothing more than to move forward. You're pushing me to swallow something that is your trauma, and that isn't fair to me. You have nothing to prove, so shut the door and leave it in the past. You need help from a professional, as I have. I love you, but this is too much for me to deal with. My house has turned into a pile of shit filled with drama, and I'm not happy anymore. I've been contemplating you moving out for the last few months because there has been no happiness in my home. I think it's best that you save your money and get your own place again, because all this drama has affected me mentally and physically, and it's affecting my relationship with Dad and financially, so we need to rip the Band-Aid off and just say we can't live together anymore." I know I'm just blurbing words because I can't get my thoughts straight enough to make sense of anything. My brother attempted to join the military after seeing me pursue it, but he lasted only 4 days in boot camp and dropped out. I joined the USMC and completed my service honorably. To this day, my mom still calls him a veteran in front of me, despite him not completing the program. He has always been the golden child, while I've been the black sheep of the family. So Aita for finally telling my parents about my brother's abuse after 15 years?